Welcome to Ravens Over. I want to test something out. Let me know what you think. I'm going to be sitting down in 2019. I want to start something totally different. Let me know if you like me sitting down having a conversation with you up close and personal. Okay, I'll be looking for your comments. Okay, here we go. Welcome to
Hey, what's up, what's up, what's up? How you doing? How you been? What's going on? What's good? Are you getting it in? Somebody getting it for you? What's going on, people? Subscribe to my channel.
What's going on, people? It is a day of another day that we call Saturday. Anyway, being said, what's going on, people? Hopefully everybody's doing everything as far as being safe in this world we're living in, and knocking down doors and making your dreams come true and practicing ignore. Now, you see I'm in front of the camera over here again. Something different and stuff. I'm kind of thinking about maybe I should just set up, because it's like something new, because I kind of like done the bathroom thing for years, and maybe it is the universe trying to tell me to do something different as far as, this channel. Now, I'll be looking in to see how you feel about this as far as me being this close up on the camera. It is what it is. Clearly, I've made enough, put this here. Okay. Clearly, I've made enough, material that you could basically go back and check and stuff as far as me doing as far as a lot of work. Now, the reason why I'm doing it this way is stuff because my camera went crazy once again, and I'm not going to go through the whole avenues as far as trying to fix it and stuff. And I kept thinking to myself, wouldn't it make more sense if I start the computer right there at the computer instead of going through the whole oopala? I could just start it right here. It makes more sense. But anyway, I believe your feedback on this as far as this. Now, the thing that today is I want to talk about, as a two-spirit woman, we go through a lot of changes and stuff, and I want to share something with you as far as me, as far as jobs and discrimination. Now, I work for a temporary agency, of course, a couple more, but unfortunately I haven't been able to get work because I do white-collar work. If you know what that means, white-collar work, that means you sit inside the office and stuff and basically do a lot of things as far as general office work, computer, data entry, clerical, stuff like that, answer phone, stuff like that, set up meetings and video calls, car service, travel ink, stuff like that. Anyway, so the thing is that I work with the agencies and stuff, and the problem is, well, not the problem, I'm cutting too fast. This is the thing. So I work with agencies and stuff, and this is just a little bit of story time as far as discrimination with the two-spirit women, and how it's important that you girls have to do more empowerment as far as helping each other, my opinion. Now, I went to this agent stuff, and they saw me a job assignment and stuff. And this is a temporary agency, which is located in Jersey City, New Jersey. Now, they found me a job working with an assurance company, which is located in Jersey City on Exchange Place. I'm not giving out names, but if you know the company I'm talking about, you know exactly where I'm coming from. So I went to the job and stuff. They went to do his training. Training, I think it was a week or 2 weeks and stuff. I think it was 2 weeks training and stuff. 2 weeks training and stuff, and after that you get to go on the floor as far as, doing applications and taking incoming calls and stuff as far as inbound. It's kind of like a call center, but it is what it is. Now what they do is they set up 2 computers and stuff. It's one here. You kind of could maneuver, because it's one computer could do one thing when to do another. Now people don't know about a computer. You actually know that there are 2 screens there that you maneuver through them both, and it's not unheard of. So basically, I would take calls and stuff like that, and it depends on how fast you are, how quick you are as far as learning and catching on as far as insurance. Now there are some people that was there and stuff, and they kind of knew how it worked, but they were the ones like me who didn't really know how the system worked as far as, moving as quickly as probably they wanted to. Now there were people that were there that didn't catch on as quick as well. They told me it took like 6 or 7 months, and some people took more time and stuff. With me, I was catching on, but I wasn't moving as quickly as they wanted. This is the problem. I was there for like about a month. Now, two weeks training, 2 weeks on the floor. The next month, I'm out the door. And this is a shift, you know, when you're being discriminated against. People started looking at me a little differently. That's when you know the conversation is shifted about you. That means a little whispers in the offices and stuff like that, you know, conversation. Now, me, myself, I kind of knew what was happening, but I try to play a blind eye because I feel like sometimes we kind of out ourselves and not get the benefit of the doubt when it comes to corporations and stuff. We kind of don't really want to see the negativity as far as discrimination. And me, myself, I didn't really know it was that bad. So anyway, so I'm working and stuff, coming to work every day, being nice, polite, stuff like that, doing the extra. That's why, okay, I'm going to stay focused. Doing the extra stuff, you know, polite, on time. It's important. I want to show the world that, you know, it's not as bad as we think. You know, we just have to apply ourselves for jobs and stuff like that. I had black hair, you know, I did the norm, blending in. Okay, so got to work on time, even sometime early and stuff, set up, get myself together as far as, you know, sitting at my desk. So it was a whisper in the room and stuff like that. You notice the looks and the shares, the people start looking at you differently and stuff. Now before they didn't pay you no mind, it's hi baby, hi. But all of a sudden it's shifting when you walk in, it's like this. Someone, I don't know who, but clearly let people know what's going on with me. Now, it was a gay guy that was sitting there telling me I should go blonde and stuff like that, which kind of made me wonder it was him. And he was black. It was a black girl there that told me she didn't really care and stuff like that. So she kind of knew what I was. Not as if we should be having a conversation what's between my legs. We should be having a conversation, can I do this job? And there was a bunch of white women and stuff like that. I talked to them and stuff. We were cool. They didn't care. They didn't know I'm the new one. If they knew or not, it didn't matter. And it was all races, of course. I'm not gonna make this a racial thing. I'm gonna talk about a thing. It is what it is, which means people like me. So I get to the office and everything, and then there's a shift in the room, and one girl was like, "Oh, well, you're really tall to be a girl." Question. Now, where did that come from? Then there was another woman one lady was Chinese, the next lady was white. She was like, "It's as if you're trying to hide something." That's number 2. Now I'm thinking to myself, okay, they throwing subliminals out here. Now I'm catching it, but I'm acting like I'm not catching it because I'm giving it the benefit of the doubt. Now I'm dressed in a monkey suit, which means corporate print stripe jacket, stuff like that, corporate, you know. So I'm playing along with the dum-dum role as far as being not, I'm playing absent as far as the conversation. Now I didn't say anything back. I let them say what they want, and I stayed humble. So they decided they want a girl to come with me to lunch. Now, they want the girl to come with me to lunch. She was a white girl. Young white girl and stuff like that. And basically, there's been whispers around the office as far as, I guess, who I am. So, the guy that was there, which basically looked like a date, that looked like a date, me and the girl talked about this is like a date. In other words, when I say date, that means he date the girls off the back page. His representation seemed very much that air. Once he started looking at me differently, like smiling, and girls look like me, know that smile, they go. He looked at me with that smile. I ignored it as well. I didn't respond to it. I get negative feedback a lot. I don't respond to everybody's questionable thing when it comes to me. Now, remind you, we're talking about a professional corporation that basically questioning my existence as far as between my legs, not as far as what's on my head. We're questioning things as far as in between my legs. So, I'm sitting back and watch this whole thing. So then all of a sudden a girl came to the office. She's like she was brought up for corporate. This is called covering your ass. Because they knew what they was about to do was going to be a discrimination lawsuit against themselves. So they covered their ass when it came down to me. Now they already figured out how they was going to relieve me from the position. But the realism is it all is I was a temp there. Now, they had a white girl come in, and she came out, I don't know, she was in corporate and stuff like that, but, you know, I was going to different areas, stuff, they was training me and stuff, girls and shit, so listen, Raven, you're going to catch on, this is not easy, it's not an easy task, we're talking about insurance claims, stuff like that, You know, and it's a process. You just can't learn this within a month. It takes a process, and once it clicks in, you got it. Okay, now I was on the floor for 2 weeks. So I'm sitting back and I'm learning and trying to pick up and stuff. And I'm not a hard learner. I used to catch on to things pretty quick. If you've been on my channel, you realize I learned to play keyboards. I know how to maneuver a lot of things. I'm not, you know, seem like a special needs type of person. I can click on. It just takes me a little time to click on. Not a long time, but just a little bit of time. Anyway, so the thing is that it wasn't even about that. Stay focused on what I'm saying. So the girl came to me. She was like, let's go to lunch together. This white girl I don't even know. She wanted to go to lunch with me. Now here it is. I'm watching her because I'm feeling as though this is a setup. But I'm going to play my cards better. I'm going to be very polite. I'm going to be very much the slave mentality. Yes, 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 ma'am, yes, ma'am. Now I'm not going to, I'm just being sarcastic as far as that. But I knew that's what it was going to be about. Basically, I have to play my cards right because I knew what was happening. So I sat with her and everything. We had the conversation and stuff. We're talking back and forth. She's asking a little conversation about, you know, personal things, stuff like that. And I know it's called BS talk. And at the end of the day, I know where you're going. But I'm going to play dumb at what you're doing. Okay, so we sat there and everything. We had a conversation and stuff. When we had a conversation, she was like, you know, you're a really nice person and stuff like that. And stuff. It's okay. I'm saying, okay, I understand what you're saying. But I'm going to watch what you do. Because I'm going to tell you something, and I'm not being mean, but I understand how the world works. When it comes to black people, they say, I'm going to fuck you up, I'm going to beat your ass. When it comes to white people, they say, you know what, it's okay, we have a great understanding, if it's wonderful, it's fine. Then they go behind your back and they fuck you out the job. Black people say a lot of stuff, I'm going to beat your ass. White people say it's okay, then you're fired. That's how they work. Stay woke. Anyway, so the thing is, and it's not a racial thing, it's just a realism thing. I'm not blowing smoke up your ass, I'm just speaking to you with the truth. And the thing is that when I went to the office stuff, we had a conversation and stuff. She was really nice and stuff, and we talked and laughed all the way back to the office. When I got back to the office stuff, and I was doing my work and stuff, and the one supervisor was like, you're really nice. I wonder how you're going to keep working here when you're a really nice person. This was a manager. So when I got home that day, I had a phone call from the temp agency, and they told me it was my last day. She said, I don't understand what's going on, but they'd let you go. Okay, fine. I'm used to it. It's a temp assignment. We get used to it. But then I called the office and stuff because I had to pick up my shoes and stuff because I would wear professional shoes when I got to the office. And I wear sneakers to work and because I wear suits and stuff. When I got to the office, most girls like me know. You carry your sneakers in your bag, get to the office, you leave your business shoes at the job in the locker, and then when you get to the office, you take your sneakers off and go to work. Okay. So I called to the office stuff and told the girl, would she bring my shoes downstairs and I would drive my car. Okay, so she's like, she called me, she said, I can't believe what's going on at their office. She said, they're talking about you like a dog. This office is so fucking shady. You know, here it is, you're trying to get a fucking job and work like everybody else, and they treat you like shit. She said, this world is so fucking shady. So she brought me my clothes down and she let me know. She said, I cannot believe how they're doing you. And it was a lot of the girls that worked there were white and stuff. They was like, I can't understand why they're doing this to you. I can't understand why they're doing it. Now, these are women. These are sisters. They were white, black, Indian, and Spanish. They was upset because of the treatment of being treated. And they couldn't understand why were they doing this to me. I knew why they was doing it to me. And the girls like me, we know why they're doing it. But at the end of the day, I was being let go. And this is the reason why I am the way that I am. When I say I'm not compromising no more. If I get fired, I'm going to be looking the way I want to look when I get fired. Because it doesn't matter, it seems. And I'm not saying all corporations. Because some corporations will hire you and give you a chance. But there are a lot that will not. They will do your whole job between your legs. It's you're almost as if you're being hired for a porn spot, but you're not doing porn. And the sad part about it, when it comes to us, as far as, okay, let me stay focused on the job. Okay, she brought me my shoes downstairs and stuff, and when she brought me my shoes, like I said, she explained to me what was going on. She was explaining to me about the guy that was talking about me, that we both said he seemed like he was a date from Backpage. In other words, he dated the girls. And of course, he wanted to save his job, and he basically set up there and everything. You know, he's going to be the whole, oh, I didn't notice, oh, I couldn't believe it either. I couldn't believe it. And I remind you to be about face all this time. But he's going to play the okie doke card as far as, oh, I didn't know either. I didn't know either. But at the end of the day, you know, I think he knew, whether he knew or not. But at the end of the day, they still were throwing out the street. Okay. So, long story short, they let me go, and I said, okay, fine. Went to the agency and stuff like that. Went to New York to the agencies, a whole bunch of stuff like that. But this is my problem that I have. A lot of girls like me have dated guys that are in the corporate America and it's in the corporations and stuff. They have sex with us. We're good enough to lay in the bed with them. We're good enough to do DNA with them. We're doing enough to do all kinds of health stuff that's health risky with them. But at the end of the day, when we sit back and we try to do things as far as moving forward, a lot of them don't want us to move forward. A lot of them want us to be escorts. A lot of them want us to be prostitutes. A lot of them do not want us to grow. A lot of them make sure that we stay in those spots. They do want to make sure we do not get jobs. They want to make sure that we stay in those spots, no matter how professional, no matter how polite, no matter how far we grow in our transition. They don't care about that part. What's important to them is that they want us to say prostitutes. They want us to say sex workers. They want us to sit back and say, well, if she would have came to me, I would have hired her. And they knew damn well they had messed with a bunch of girls like you, and they could have hired you, but they refused to because they were so afraid that you would come to the job and out them on what they were doing. And it's sad because when the girls get murdered on the street, they don't sit back, in my personal opinion, they don't sit back and get money for their GoFundMe. But at the end of the day, if they're just dead, they're just dead. Now, the girls like me who get murdered and stuff, we have empathy when it comes to our sisters. We feel sad. And some people, even not even trans, understand that it hurts really bad. They basically are the outside looking in, basically understand the journey and feel bad for the girls, what they go through. But then there's the ones who sit back having sex with them, and those are the ones who close an eye to the girls being murdered and act like, oh, I would have helped, or I would have helped, and they knew that they had girls like that that could have been in their payroll, and they refused to help. But when after the girl is murdered, they say, oh, I would have helped, I would have. Of course you're going to help now because she's dead. And there's so many girls out here that's in the forefront that go through so much hell to try to get a regular life like everyone else, but they're judged on what's between their legs. This is why I feel as though it's very important to stop calling your sisters bricks. Stop taunting the segregation between your trans sisters as far as her being white, as far as her being Indian, as far as her being race. Because once she transitioned, race is no longer her problem anymore. She's living her life as far as you. Whether you want to recognize it or not, we have to learn to unify more better than we do, because at the end of the day, they're killing us. And I've done reports as far as girls being murdered, and every girl that's been murdered has not been just black. There's been white girls that's been murdered. There's been Latin girls that have been murdered. And I share with you tons of times there's so many girls that have been murdered, but we want to keep segregation. We have to do more trans empowerment of women. We have to stick together more, because without each other, we're going to fail. We're going to keep going down. We have to learn that we have to be our sister's keeper, even our trans brother's keeper. But our trans brothers and stuff, we don't really know how much of them being murdered, because we really don't know it. I get reports of refugee studs being murdered, but a lot of times I don't know if it get publicized, because one thing I also notice about when it comes to women, if it's a stud or a gay woman and stuff, she's not even, the media pays women no mind when they're murdered. And it's even more so sad, so because now we're in the woman's world and we get murdered, it's not going to be publicized as much more as we want, because now we're in the places of women. And a lot of times you look for justification of women being murdered, women being killed. This is how it goes. If a man gets murdered, we have a big outcry. When women get murdered, we pay it no mind. And when I say that, I don't mean as far as trans, I mean women in general. That's why it's so important for two-spirit women to get together and stop the segregation against races. Stop putting your sister down. If your sister gets you upset, say, you know what, girl, I'm gonna take an L for this and just let her go, because you know what she's been through. Just let her have it. Just don't argue with her. Let her have that. Let her go. And my two-spirit sisters, stop fighting with your sister. Stop trying to harm her. Stop trying to get her murdered. Stop trying to get her killed. Because at the end of the day, people are looking on and watching y'all. And they would love for y'all to get each other killed. Hell, it's kind of like the stigma of the cops and the black men. You got the cops trying to kill not all cops and not all black men, but you got the cops killing the black people, and you got the black people killing the black people. So if the black people killing the black people, and the cops killing the black people, what are y'all going to run to? Because y'all killing each other. Let's not continue this cycle as far as catching on to that and bringing it here. Let's learn to empower each other, to try to help each other so we can grow. I'm not saying we got to sing Kumbaya, but we have to be the ladders to each other. We have to learn to unify more better than we do. And I understand some people will not like the messenger, or some people not like the message coming from this type of messenger, because I realize one thing when it comes to me, if I'm not making fun of me, if I'm not doing things to go viral, if I'm not doing it, my channel is silenced. It's very much silenced. Y'all don't care. You don't want to hear it. And the sad part about it, I cannot do everything myself. I am one person. And I'm just like you. I hurt like you. I bleed like you. I cry like you. I want to be in love like you. I want to do better just like you. But I can't do everything by myself. I need your help. I try to get things as far as growth. I put myself out there. If you Google me, you can see my pictures everywhere, which makes me your sister, whether you want to agree with me or not, or of color or not. I am now officially a target for murder. I put myself out there for you, whether you want to recognize my growth or what I do, what I've done or what I do as far as my truth. I put myself on the line. Even the girls like me who are two-spirit blogging or two-spirit out there in the front, these girls have put themselves on the line. These are targets in a world that's full of hate. So when the girls sit back and they put themselves all the way out there and stuff, represent them, give them a donation, help them, push their, if you can't donate, push their stories, push their blogs, support their music, support them trying. Because at the end of the day, she is you. She is you. Anyway, I just want to share this with you as far as discrimination, how we need to stick more together as far as two-spirit women, as far as empowerment. I'm not saying we got to sing Kumbaya, but sometimes we could take an L for our sisters and say, you know what? I'm going to let you have that. I'm not even going to get into this with you because I don't know what you've been through. I don't know your struggles. I don't know if you cried last night. I don't know whether you wanted to commit suicide last night. I don't know if you wanted to jump off the bridge last night. I don't know what that man just beat you last night. I don't know whether your mother just put you on the street last night. I don't know what you're going through, but you may be taking that on me. But I'm going to tell you, I'm going to let you have that. And I'm going to leave you alone. And for you girls out here who just got to have a last word, don't have the last word. Just say, you know what, my sister? I'm going to let you have that. I'm going to leave it alone. It's easy to leave it alone. Stop killing each other mentally, because we got other people really killing us physically. And I've done tons of murders, and they're not all black. They were minority, and there were some white people as well. We have to learn to unify, and we have to start doing more trans empowerment and helping each other and building each other. We have to support our womanhood together. We need each other more than we ever know. We cannot do this thing alone. We don't need just 2 girls or 3 girls. We need all of us to be in power. We all need to be leaders within our own right. We don't need someone else to be leaders for us. We have to be the leader within ourselves to help other people. But that's just me. And I know sometimes people may not like the messenger because of who I am, and oh, I don't want to listen to you. I know what you are. I don't respect people like you. I don't respect people like you. But those be the same ones that we keep watching stories on, killing their kids, molesting their kids, murdering their kids, doing the extra stuff like that. And we sitting back in there, they can't stand us, but they get the pass as far as murdering. And I'm not saying all people, but it is what it is. Oh, I don't like the gay agenda, but look what y'all push on us. You push on beating women, you push on murderers, you push on molestation, you push this all on us, but then if everything goes awry, that y'all feel as though y'all get this whole power to put us down, y'all sit back and close your eyes when it comes down to us being murdered. And I'm not saying, by no means I'm saying everybody, but let's call it a thing a thing. These girls have done everything to blend into America and try to do everything as far as blending. All they trying to do is eat like you and go home and close their door and watch TV and mind their business. Now, I'm not going to say everybody is good apples because they're bad apples and everything. But there are a lot of girls out here who's really trying to do good that get caught with the bad. Anyway, like I said before, subscribe to my channel. With your feedback on this, like I said before, we have to have more women empowerment. Share my videos if you want to. If you don't want to, that is fine. I always feel as though maybe people will share my stuff once I'm not going to finish that, but you know what I was going to say. Because sometimes people don't never appreciate nobody until they actually are gone. Don't let your sisters keep dying before you give them their roses. Don't let your sisters keep being murdered before you give them their celebration. We have to learn to celebrate girls, whether we're different or not. And I have to do it as well. I'm not going to say I'm perfect, because I get upset sometimes with things I see. I get really upset. But I have to work on myself within you. I have to work on yourself. We are human. We fall down, but we get back up. We try. But my whole purpose of this video is we have to do more women empowerment. It is 2019. And when I say women, I mean all women. Two-spirit women as well as your cis women. Now, some cis women will rock with you. Some cis women will try to help you. And when I say that, I mean all races of cis women. And when I say that, I mean all races of trans women. And when I say that, I mean all races of trans men. We're living in the women's world now. So it's going to be even harder for us because we're even below them. So we have to stick together. We have to unify. We have to build together. But that's just me. Anyway, I just wanted to share this one this Saturday. And like I said before, subscribe to my channel. I love your feedback on this. And I'm wondering, if you like this way better, is it more personal? I think it might be more better for me because I don't have to get up. And I can actually shoot the video right here. Just finish over here. Anyway, I love your feedback on this. Please, let's start unifying better, more. I watch girls get to the top and they're like, you have to do everything this way, do everything that way. But a lot of times I feel as though when we're looking for other people for help, I think we have to help ourselves more so. We have to empower each other more so before we look for other people to help us. We have to show unity within our own community. We have to have an outpour when a girl's murdered. We have to share those videos. We need to start posting when girls are murdered. We need to take our profile pictures out and put her picture in that profile. We need to sit it right there and let people sit there. And when they say, well, what happened to her? And then we have to do something that's an outcry as far as strength. Because if we don't do it, who's going to do it? Anyway, I want your feedback on this. Subscribe to my channel. Share my videos. Like, subscribe, share. At the top, there's the Instagram button. If you follow me, I'll follow you back. I will not put a whole bunch of pictures of me when I leave from this. I'm just shooting it straight from the hip. And I'll be looking for your feedback. And like I said before, unity. Anybody can help. You don't have to be trans. You don't have to be gay. You could just be a person that actually care about another human being. It is so easy to care about somebody else, and it's so easy to help someone else. Help someone who's not like you. Get to know someone like you. Don't judge them off their skin. This is just skin. The real us is inside. Don't keep destroying lives. Let's go the opposite way. Let's start building lives. Anyway, like I said before, subscribe to my channel. Let you know I love you. And thank you for watching. Catch the Ray. Love you.